And we are here just in time for the coin flip. No, it's not the coin flip. Part of that. I guess we could have got a mobile mic and went down there and got the whole thing there. Got really fancy. Don't say that because Dwayne will take me up on it because he does that on it.
It'd just be another thing for us to do and worry about.
I know, and he laughs at me because technology and I are not always fast friends. And that tonight, welcome in here. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH and also our pregame presented by JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink, chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and share our area teams on victory. I am going to take my other job. So listen in as we do our intros here this evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Prairie High School for tonight's varsity matchup between the Trojans of Elmwood High School and your West Prairie Cyclones. At this time, please rise, gentlemen and ladies, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Trojans of Elmwood High School. Number 4, Ainsley Faulkner. Number 11, May Herman. Number 20, Melody Glenn. Number 25, Bree Turner. And number 32, Liv Myers. The Trojans are coached by Greg Myers, assisted by Chuck Vermillion and Kevin Faulkner. And now, see the storm clouds on the horizon. Feel the storm winds blow. It is time to meet the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 1, Addison Despain. Number 2, Maddie Hood. Number 3, Grace Vanonic. Number 4, Allie Arnold. And number 10, Lauren Cyclones are coached by Grant Bland and Mary Vanonic. Your officials for tonight's game are John Hippen, Greg Johnson, and Wilbert Johnson. Good luck to both teams tonight. All right, and here we go. Seems a little weird without musical accompaniment, but we made it through okay. That was, feel kind of weird, feel like I'm screaming at everybody, but that happens times two. And getting the ball with it, Herman going to bring it up here, dribbling around. Going to look, come back across the court, bring it over for Glenn. In the corner now, and a nice tap out by Grace Vanonic, trying to get it into the corner to Myers. Inbounds, comes over to Faulkner. Faulkner will dribble around here. Back over to Herman. Cross courts it, 3 up and on the way. In good by Melody Glenn.
Nice start there for Elmwood as they're able to get the early 3 up and in.
And a nice job by West Prairie breaking the pressure here up to Despain to Powell. Will dribble in, nearly had it picked away. Hood picks it up and bounces to Vanonic in the corner. Out for Despain. Man-on-man put on here by the Trojans of Elmwood, who are in their black road uniforms. Red numerals trimmed in white. They run it out to Vanonic. Vanonic jumped at by Myers. And bounce passes over for Powell. Powell going to reset things. As you work with 7-minute mark here of this first quarter of play, Powell dribbling down the near side out to Despain. One of the 3 comes down. The 16-foot runner, no good. And out of there with it is Glenn. Glenn going to push it up. Dribbles it up here with a 3-0 lead out to Herman, or to Faulkner, rather. In the corner, they'll bring it down for Glenn. Looking in for Myers. No, back to Glenn. 3 on the way. Caroms around. Tipped out of bounds by Faulkner, and it'll go over to West Prairie. Into Vanonic. Over to Powell. And again, nice job breaking that pressure here, although a steal. There, dribbling it up with it is Herman. Puts it in the lane and in and good. Over to Despain. Lobs across court. Past Faulkner to Vanonic. To Powell. Bobbles a little bit. Drives in the lane. Tied up. And possessioner will stay with, or actually, well, one official went one way, one went the other way. So it is Cyclone basketball in the corner to Vanonic. Out to Powell, out to go through her hands. As Faulkner chases her. Looks to come over to Despain, dribbles it out here. Under 6 minutes we go now, 3-0 lead for Elmwood. Tried to get it to Despain, no, couldn't. Through the pass, and Herman tapping it out of bounds. Herman definitely not being a hermit on that one. You missed the musical reference, John. John, I'm disappointed.
Oh, sorry.
Lauren Powell dribbled around the outside. Educate and entertain, John. Educate and entertain. And on the handoff from Powell to Despain, Despain too wide on the plane as she stepped out of bounds. Turns it over to Elmwood. Back will come Herman. 5-0 lead here. Working on the outside for Glenn. Now gets a screen from Faulkner in the lane. Nice pass to Myers. Yes, and it counts. Hood given the foul. That was a beauty of a pass, John.
Yeah, I was able to thread the needle there right through the outstretched arms of these West Prairie defenders, and it's going to result in an opportunity to tack on the 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Myers with the dribble. Free throw is up and good. Makes the both of them, so it is 8-0. The lead now for Elmwood. Out to Vanonic, doing a nice job again. And I'm not honestly sure, John, if Elmwood's press, I mean, it's kind of a well-duh. You hope to steal the ball, but it's kind of keeping West Prairie slowed down a little bit, maybe just a little, I guess what they'd call soft pressure here tonight.
Yeah, not really looking to force too many turnovers, not throwing a lot of traps out there, but they've definitely done a good job not letting the Cyclones, get out on these breaks and stuff. So they're probably going to stay in that for a majority of the game, I'd say, and it's been pretty successful for them here early.
McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And we do thank all those of you joining us on our game stream here this evening. We'll have exciting regional semifinal action with these 7th grade boys coming up tomorrow night, a doubleheader for you. Lauren Powell dribbling, kicks it back for Vanonic, gets a pick screen from Hood. Her pass nearly taken away. Myers tried to get it in the corner. And Maddie Hood, I love her effort to death, but I swear every game she gives me that moment where she goes crashing into the sideline and scares me to death. Herman up with it, tried to go right down inside but to Turner. Turner cannot get in. And on the inbounds, tipped by Vanonic, and they'll try it again. Glenn will bring it in. Raise the trigger into Myers. Myers back to Glenn. Shot is up with a hand in her face. No good. The rebound chased down and nearly off the face of Lauren Powell. Recovered by Vanonic. And went to throw it to Powell. Threw it up and turned it over. 8-0 the lead for Elmwood. 4:49 left to go in this first quarter. Herman will bring it on the way. Swing it on the outside to Glenn. Glenn in the corner to Myers. Myers looking across court. Nope, bounces back up to Herman. Gives a look, back out in the corner. 3 is on the way, and good. Glenn dropping 2 home and making it 11-0. Now Vanonic will bring it up the floor. Powell nearly lost it. Off to Faulkner, who has it tapped by Hood, and back Elmwood will come. Over to Glenn. Hood again, coming down in the corner with a bounce. Turner swinging it up to Faulkner, to Herman. Looking in at Myers, out to Faulkner, just holds, bounces. Over to Herman, swinging now over to Glenn. Back to Herman, swinging back to Glenn, down in the corner to Turner. And again, showing that same patience here, John, that the JV showed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Elmwood doing a beautiful job working the ball around, attacking openings as we see there. I believe that was
Herman.
Yeah, Herman, yeah. Able to spot the wide open lane, took advantage of it, and was able to get that little runner floater type thing. And she's going to come up with the steal here. The scoop layup is going to be good, and that's going to be 4 quick points for her. And Elmwood jumping out to a 15-0 lead here.
Cyclones working. Powell over to Vanonic. Vanonic looking for the cross court and gets it to Eddie Despain. Quickly to Allie Arnold. She'll shoot, miss it. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Faulkner able to tap it out. And substitution, actually the mask timeout. And again, this is one of those things. Some officials do it, some officials don't. Well, who are we to argue? 15-0 lead here, 3:23 left to go in this first quarter play. Elmwood pitching the shutout so far. Do want to thank again some of our fine sponsors here, including the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Just some of the fine folks bringing you our broadcast here tonight. And John, this kind of gives a good chance for the Cyclones maybe to gather themselves a little bit. And one of the things that's kind of reared its ugly head, turnovers. Once again, just really having a lot of trouble keeping the ball.
Yeah, and that's been a story throughout the entire season for the Cyclones team, is they've really struggled to, keep the ball in their hands and limit turnovers. And there's been a lot of games where it's biting them in the butt. Kind of like that Macomb game, the last game that we did together here at home. They actually had a bit of a lead going into the fourth quarter, but turnovers and fouls was definitely the story of that fourth quarter, and they ended up losing that game. So as you mentioned, West Prairie needs to do a better job taking care of the ball, but it's just something that's happened for them all season.
Powell dribbles, gives out to Despain. Despain turns, comes to Powell. A fake, looks to go baseline on Faulkner, puts that one up, hits it off the top of the backboard to Venonic. She'll spin, throw that one up. Arnold with it. Out to Hood, she'll put it up, won't go, and Herman down with the rebound. Herman leading the charge up the court here for Elmwood, drives all the way in, shot partially tipped by Maddie Hood. And Arnold going to come out of there with it. 2:45, clock rolling here. Rushing going to come in the game for Elmwood. Powell dribbling on the outside, wants to hand off to Venonic, actually replaces her up top. Now comes to Venonic. To Despain. She'll bounce down all the way into the corner. Wheel it back out, nearly has it tipped, gathered it. Flips to Venonic. And back they'll go the other way. Powell, kind of the side saddle three. Rebound pulled down by Myers off in the hands of Herman. Herman dribbling up. Works top of the key, picks it up, holds, comes to Glenn. Over to Rushing. Actually, they'll be kicked out of bounds. Substitution, Turner going to come in. Myers going to go out. Also have another fresh face into the game in Lexi Lehman. Faulkner going out. Herman will inbound it. Out top for Glenn. Over to Turner. Turner gave a look at Rushing, couldn't get her. Now comes to Glenn. Glenn going to dribble down, gives it out on the outside for Lehman. Lehman working. And now back to Herman. Herman will set it up here as we work down under 2 minutes. To Rushing in the corner, bouncing for Glenn. She'll fake, bounce it out, nearly stolen away, and then Elmwood losing it as Turner couldn't gather the pass and turns it over. Into Venonic. Lobs it up, and that one's snatched by Glenn and puts it up. Blocked there. Herman going to put it up, and she'll be fouled. And that's one of those, John, West Prairie had been very patient bringing that along and then got just a little ahead of themselves and turned it over.
Yeah, just not making the right pass at the right time. It's just a little bit late, and Elmwood was able to pick that one off. Again, we mentioned earlier that this press that they're running really hasn't been, gambling too much on the steals, but that one was just basically right in the breadbasket for her.
And Herman makes one of two, makes it 16-0. Despain the inbound to Venonic. Up to Powell and almost threw it away, got it back. Powell up to Venonic. Venonic slows, stops. Hands off to Powell. Powell pulls. Comes to Venonic. Venonic jumped at, kicked back to Powell, and they'll reset it up. Lauren Bell has entered the ball game for West Prairie. Out to Hood. Hood nearly had it picked away. Fight for it on the floor. Hood lost the handle on it. Got it handed off to Venonic, and now she's tied up. Possession error, we'll say, Elmwood. 16-0 here. Minute 10 left to go. Myers and Faulkner will check back in for Elmwood. Lauren Powell tying her shoe there. Rushing and Glenn will go out. Glenn 9 points in this first quarter. Over it comes. Turner didn't even give a look. Wide open for the three. Didn't give it a look. Out to Herman. Bouncing in the lane. And that one on the way. Will bounce home and in for Lehman. 18-0. To Despain. Up to Powell. Powell in a hurry up to Hood. Hood gets it away out to Bell. Bell puts up shot, no good. Myers the rebound. And off to Herman. 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Herman bouncing in, kick out on the side, on the way with the three, no good. And the rebound, Lehman down it. She'll be fouled by Maddie Hood. I believe that's 2 on Hood. That's 3 on the team. Allie Arnold will check in just a moment. As Lehman's come off the bench and added a spark, John.
Yeah, she's done a good job down low working. She got that little turnaround post fade to go off the back iron, and we see her get fouled here, and she's going to be shooting 2 free throws.
Ready the second one. That makes it 19-0. Trying to make it even 20. Shot no good on it. Despain going to corral it. 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Venonic bringing it up here. Slows, comes to Powell. Powell wheeling down the far side, looking to go baseline. And a hand check foul going to be whistled on Herman. as she just continued to chase her. 19-0 lead here for Elmwood. 21 seconds left in this quarter. They bounce it, tried to bounce it into Allie Arnold a little bit wide to where she was. So it goes out of bounds, turns it back over to Elmwood. And Turner will bring it in. Into Herman. Herman ready to walk it on the way. Coming across the half-court stripe. Again, 19-0 Elmwood here. 15 seconds and counting. Faulkner out to Herman. Herman, a look in, gets Lehman. Lehman, the turnaround J, no good. Rebound pulled down by Vanonic. Vanonic going to push it with 6 seconds with 5 to Powell. Powell looking to get a shot off. Drives in. Yes, it counts. Nice job. And Lauren Powell getting the Cyclones on the board. It is 19-2 at the end of one quarter of play. Let's take this time out on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Welcome back here. Grant Bland and the Cyclones talk it over. And that a big momentum boost, getting that two at the kind of breaking the ice, John, at the end of that first quarter.
Yeah, I got to get the lid off the basket somehow. I mean, obviously 2 points, 1 field goal in a quarter isn't necessarily a good thing, but definitely a high note at the end of the quarter there as Lauren Powell was able to get that runner as time expired to go in.
Lauren Powell will dribble it across. Comes down the sideline. Faulkner chasing her, joined by Vanonic, Despain, Bell, and Arnold. Hand off to Powell. Powell dribbling out top there, chased by Faulkner down the sideline. Got to watch. Got to make sure you break a little distance so you don't get that 5-second. Faulkner takes it away, looking to come up the inner side, drives in, has it tapped away, and Despain able to take it. Underway here in the second quarter, 7.5-minute mark, 19-2 lead for Elmwood. Vanonic bouncing to Powell. Powell, a spin. Bouncing underneath, found an open Grace Vanonic, but Elmwood did a nice job of closing in on her.
Yeah, just kind of dug down low after a nice pass from Lauren Powell down low and was able to poke the ball away from Grace Vanonic.
It is rushing Glenn Myers, Turner, and Faulkner. Kind of going with the Twin Towers look inside there, with Myers and Rushing. Faulkner with it. Holds, comes down to Rushing, watching Faulkner go through. Up to Turner, over to Glenn. Got to watch her. Arnold doing a nice job, jumping at her. Down to Myers in the corner. A bounce up to Glenn. In the lane, Rushing. Back over to Glenn. Glenn thought the three, pulled it down. Myers. Bounce it to Glenn. In the lane for Rushing. Puts it up, can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Despain. Got to give Lauren Powell a little credit for good defense there, John.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if Rushing heard footsteps down low or something, but she blew the wide open layup. So we'll see Grace Vanonic put up kind of a wild mid-range jump shot, and that one's going to be a bit long. Rebounded by number 4. That'll be Ainsley Folker, who kicks it out and down low. Another missed shot down low for Elmwood.
And Rushing having a little trouble, the freshman, I believe it is, having a little trouble with Lauren Bell. And Lauren giving about 6 or 8 inches to her. Powell will work it, tried to get it to Despain, chased, and now Addie Despain down the far sideline to Vanonic, up to Powell. Powell back to Despain, cut off there, and then finally fouled by Turner. And the Cyclones having a little trouble getting the offense out of the mud. Herman going to come in along with Maddie Hood for West Prairie. As Lauren Bell will come out. Addie Despain triggers it in, looking for Vanonic in the corner, trying for Arnold. Needs to find somebody, finds Lauren Powell, who got a push from behind. And that'll put Lauren Powell on the line here, 19-2. Elmwood in the advantage with 5:43 left to go in this first half. Powell, first one is good. So it is Elmwood 19, Lauren Powell 3 so far in the ball game. Second one on the way, no good. Herman going to chase it down, runs up the court, zipping around West Prairie players, pulls it on the far side in the lane to Myers. Myers dribble and puts it up and in. Not exactly a conventional way to do it, kind of side saddle at the basket. It's 21-3. Venonic back to Despain. And Despain, you and I both saw it, John. I saw your head move. She just slid that foot a little bit. And now we'll have a timeout called by the Cyclones. 5:24 left to go in the first half. 21-3 lead for Elmwood. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
And back here, Coach Vermillion talking to his charges here. And Elmwood trying to, they and Brimfield both have had some pretty good girls basketball teams over the last several years, John, and Brimfield's got a good one right now.
Yeah, I think we saw them on the home opener this year. Man, they were impressive. I think they put up close to 100 points, if I'm not mistaken. And, man, their transition offense, getting out, running the floor, working the fast break, it was truly unbelievable that night when they were here.
I think that was the one where they were averaging like 3 points a minute
Something
or
like
5 points a minute. They had 60 points by halftime. That was the amazing thing. That was what really.
I want to say they finished the game with 99 or something like that, because I remember one of the fans saying something about how they wanted to get to 100. So
they were trying to get it to 100, and West Prairie able to pull it back.
But yeah, no, they have a very good girls team at Brimfield.
Herman going to dribble it up, works it over to Faulkner. Faulkner wheeling back over to Herman. Herman tried the tough pass in the lane, couldn't get it there. And now cross courts it. Venonic able to pick it off. Couple of questionable choices there by Herman. And the Cyclones have it. Venonic trying to come to the near side, nearly lost it, bouncing it to Powell. Powell slides, stops, and is met by Herman on the switch. May Herman. Out to Venonic. Venonic dribbling. Has really been harassed by these Trojan players so far. Powell, a fake, dribbles down. Shot off the way, no good. And the rebound, Venonic able to pick it up. She'll put it up and be fouled. And we'll be at the free throw line to shoot two. 21-3 now, 4.5 left to go in the second quarter. Rushing will check in. And actually, she is a sophomore, not a freshman. Venonic bounces the first one in. As Turner will go out as the fourth team foul on the Trojans. Second one, good as well, 21-5. Inbounds to Herman for Elmwood. Pull, stops, come over to Faulkner, down to Rushing. Comes out, Herman, back to Rushing. Working on Addie Despain, coming out for Glenn, doing a much better job matching her up. Still looking into Myers. Myers bouncing out. They work it up to Glenn, quickly to Faulkner, over to Herman. A fake, bounces into Rushing. Rushing fakes, comes out, shoots. Wild shot. Myers the rebound, will be fouled on the way up. And either on Hood or Venonic. And it is Maddie Hood that picks it up. I believe that's her third. Fourth on the team. Lauren Bell will check in as Liv Myers up at the free throw line. Myers' free throw is good. Ed will take a seat. Second one on the way. It is no good. The rebound fought, and Addie Despain able to pull it out of there. Cross courts it to Powell. Powell working against pressure up to Venonic. Venonic being chased. Cut off there. Pulls up for the three. That one bounces up and over the backboard, and that's out of bounds. It'll bring it back And we've got a mass timeout. 3:50 left to go here in the first half. 22-5, the lead for the Elmwood Trojans. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for all of your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. There's something I got to tell Coach Sam DeCounter tomorrow, but I was going to add to the ad, and he'll be wondering because I know he's listening. But I stopped myself because I was going to do something very ornery, but I decided not to. Being sometimes I behave myself on these broadcasts, other times I don't. But in person, I can say whatever I want. And Braden is laughing at me as we speak. He knows what I was going to say. But Country Financial Agent Brett Powell says that your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Hey, if you're looking for a new career, try about Yetter Farm Equipment. With facilities in Colchester and Macomb, Illinois, an agriculture equipment manufacturer been in business since 1930. They are currently hiring. Start a new career today with excellent benefits and starting hourly wages of $18 to $24 per hour. For more information, call 309-776-4111 or visit them online at www.yetterco.com/careers. As we work here on Game Time Live. Oh, the texts I get. Faulkner going to dribble it down here over to Herman. And again, there she got it to go through, John. And yes, and it counts. Man, she has unleashed some dangerous passes in there.
Yes, May Herman, she has looked extremely confident around the outside, extremely composed when dribbling the ball and making these passes inside. I mean, she's really played a pretty good game up to this point, and on the other end of the ball, she's done a great job harassing these West Prairie ball handlers as the free throw is up and good off the and one, and that'll extend the lead to 20 for Elmwood. See Lauren Powell dribbling the ball up the court. She passes to Grace Vanonic, who gives it right back to her. That one's going to be poked away. I believe that was Ainsley Faulkner who poked that away, but a foul picked up here.
And so puts it up to a 25-5 lead up to 20. And now Knoll coming in, Faulkner going out, some of the JV folks coming in. And they don't have well, on the varsity side, they have a pretty super long bench. Is everybody out there? Vanonic works here. She's trying to work against Turner. Got to be careful that 5-second call into Despain. Despain wheeling. And another pushy. Or the pushy grabby or the grabby gotcha, depending on which version it is. No matter. It's the 16 foul on Elmwood. Lehman will come in. And out will go rushing. Despain looking inbound. Once again looking to get it into Arnold. Lobs it in the lane. That one tipped. And Knoll stole it but dropped it on the end line. Vanonic in with it. Misses the shot. And Vanonic growing a little frustrated. Herman pushing Powell up the court. Again, the pass inside. And Despain going to come over with the hack attack. And don't care if you get a clean block. If you come over the top like that, you're going to get a foul called on you.
Yep, almost always.
Lehman up at the free throw line. That is the 16th foul on the Cyclones. Free throw by Lehman is good. Second one on the way, no good, and tipped out of bounds by Elmwood.
Elmwood looks like they might be extending this pressure of the zone up a little bit. Let's see the inbounds pass being tipped away there. And that was Katie Knoll deflecting that one out of bounds.
And so Despain will do it again. And yeah, they've gotten far more aggressive with it now. Into Powell. Back to Despain. Back to Powell. And still not really going much anywhere, kind of bunched up. Powell will finally get it across the timeline. And now into Venonic. She'll put up shot high off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, puts it up, gets it to go and good. 25-7. Back they will come as Herman bounces up to Knoll, back to Herman. Dribbles in, nearly pulled her foot. Out to Glenn, 3 is on the way, high off the backboard and over. Up, over, and out. Inbounds to Venonic. Somebody forgot where she was. Now lob it wide open. Allie Arnold. Shot no good. Rebound. Bell had it for a moment. Arnold gets it underneath the pile. Throws it away to Myers. And back they will come. Herman. Cross courts it again over to Glenn. To Myers. Back to Herman. In the lane. Nice pass to Lehman. Wow. Man, she's one of those point guards that you're going to say, no. Yes. Because, man, she had the court vision. That's what I'm really impressed with Herman, is the vision to see some of those passes. I mean, don't always work, but sometimes they do. And man, that one was another outstanding one, bouncing it down low.
Yeah, I mean, and not only seeing those passing opportunities, but able to put the ball right on the money, right into the pocket there. It's been extremely impressive, and she's been wide open on the outside a couple times. She hasn't shot the ball. She's really been leaning on that playmaking ability, and man, she's been seeing those openings that this West Prairie defense has given her. She's been taking the ball to the hoop and, either kicking it out to the shooters on the outside or looking down low like she did there.
And I'm very, very impressed. I mean, and she's a taller point guard for a high school girl. So that gives her a little more court vision. And now collision up the court. And Despain going to throw it up and throw it away. And that one definitely going up and away. Lehman brings it into Herman. 27-7, a minute 45 left to go here. Lehman nearly picked by Lauren Powell. Back to Herman, to Glenn. She'll pop the high arcing 3, no good. Rebound chased in the corner. Knoll with it. To Herman, lobs into Myers. Nice job, puts it up and puts it in, makes it 29-7. Lob comes Lauren Powell running on the way. The fly pattern, shoots a shot, no good. Myers aboard. Off to Herman, and she'll run it back up the other way. In the lane, lob for Lehman, tied up. Nice job by Lindsay Dunn into the ball game to tie her up there. And right now, let's do a lineup check. It is, as someone checks in, May will check in, Knoll out. It is May, Lehman, Myers, Herman, and Glenn bringing the ball inbounds for Elmwood. Out for Glenn, she wanted the 3, pulled it down, comes back to Myers. Myers goes up, and they're going to whistle an offensive foul. Nice job, Lauren Bell. John, way to draw that personal.
Yeah, she was set up for actually a majority of that possession there. The offensive player ran right into her. She took a charge, and that's just the type of play that coaches love to see. It's a nice hustle, grindy play, and it's a play that she's made for most of the season, actually. So West Prairie starts to work the ball up here. We'll see Adam Spain dribbling it up.
Gives it off to Venonic. And across the court they go. 29-7 the lead for Elmwood. Addie Despain, that shot no good. Rebound to Herman. Coming up the far side. And again, you mentioned she's been open. She hadn't really towed up. But, well, when you can find Glenn in the corner, why would you? 32-7 the lead now. With 38 seconds left to go in the first half. As Powell dribbling it around here, trying to go in and nearly picked away. Bell with it. Shot is no good. Rebound fought for. Herman out with 20 seconds. Dribbling up here, slows it down, waits and holds. And you got to watch Glenn. John, she's been with 7 seconds left in the corner to Rushing. Up to Herman, back to Glenn. Nice touch pass. 3 is up, no good. And that'll be the end of the first half, but a nice touch pass in there.
That is not a play you often see made at this level, but wow, that was actually a very nice pass, as you mentioned.
32-7 the lead here. We're going to step aside for the halftime buzzer. This, of course, is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we are back here, for better or worse, depending on your side of the ledger, I guess, ever. But again, want a promo, we will be having, of course, some fun, a little change of pace, some junior high boys basketball here. The Cyclones, 15-1 on the season, will be in action tomorrow night, taking on the Harp Dallas City. Now, folks, a little bit earlier than the high school games. It'll be at 5 o'clock, and then we'll have another one, I believe, at 6:15, 6:30. We will have the West Central team taking on North Fulton. So join us for some junior high boys basketball. It's always a lot of fun. The kids enjoy it. Always have loved broadcasting junior high games. Kids get a kick out of it, and it's a lot of fun. Expect a lot of end-to-end. The Cyclones love to get up, love to press. Some pretty darn good athletes. As Lauren Powell will get us underway with quarter number 3. Faulkner guarding her. It is Grace Vanonic, Allie Arnold, Maddie Hood. And Faulkner nearly stealing the pass. Almost did, but stepped on the sideline. Very rudely interrupting my starting my lineup. Maddie Hood, the other starter, along with Addie Despain. It is Faulkner, along with Turner, Herman, Myers, and Glenn. As they bring it over to Despain. Despain toes up the long 3. And the missile going out of bounds will go over to Elmwood. Out comes Herman with it. As John mentioned, really hasn't. She shot a couple layups, but overall has been wide open several times as she's desperately trying to work it over to Faulkner. Now comes back to the near side to Herman. Down to Glenn. Glenn and wide open for the 3. Short. And Allie Arnold snapping up the rebound. 32-7 the lead here for Elmwood. 7-minute mark of quarter 3. Powell wheels it out top as Faulkner giving her chase. Crowdner coming down the near side. Powell picks it up, puts it above her head, wants to Spain on the cut. Spain puts it up and will draw the foul on Glenn. And I love what their coach just said. We get in trouble when we follow. One of the great rules of defense. Despain free throw is good, so it makes it 32-9. On the way, and I'll correct myself, it is now 32-9, 23-point lead for Elmwood. 6:50, clock roll on third quarter. Herman working it up, holds, waits, out to Faulkner. Down in the corner. Now working the soft post. Faulkner to Myers. Nice cut. And that's what happens. You get that soft post just outside the baseline and get a back cut off of it. Despain brings it up. Hands it off to Vanonic. Vanonic working on Turner and throws that one away. Myers with it. Bounces to Turner. Goes up. And Vanonic will pick up the personal foul. 34-9. And that'll put Turner up at the free throw line. And you can see they pick their spots, John. They keep the pressure on. And sometimes it's what you call loose pressure. Sometimes it's heavy pressure. Just something to kind of be in the minds of the Cyclone players. 35-9 now. Second one's good. 36-9. Lead out to 27. And they bring Powell, a late cut to Vanonic. She works on Herman. Jumped at, over to Hood. Hood gonna dribble down and has it taken away. Faulkner pulls it out of there. Cut off by Lauren Powell, waits. Now slows the offense, wheels toward the middle. Over to Glenn. Works to Herman. Herman watching Glenn cut through, gets a pick. Puts it down, back to Glenn. Glenn fakes, work to Herman out top. They're looking at Myers inside. Now bouncing it to her, working on Hood, puts it up, missed it. And Maddie Hood doing a nice job of bothering her without picking up that fourth foul. And back the other way come the Cyclones, looking to cut into this 27-point deficit. And now Powell will dribble down the corner, shoot shot no good, rebound Herman able to scoop it. Powell giving her chase. Rushing will check in at the next hit ball. And nobody picked up Herman. She found a wide open Myers puts it up and in, 38-9. Bononic over to Powell, to Despain. Despain working across half court, jumped at, double teamed. Having trouble finding somebody to get it to. Gets it up to Powell. Powell picked. And back comes Faulkner. Faulkner, nobody picking her up, kicks out for Turner. Actually, that was Glenn wheeling out top there into Myers. Tipped. Back to Turner, up to Glenn, over to Faulkner. And now back to Myers, who gets fouled by Hood. And you could see, John, what they were doing. I got to give them a lot of credit, working back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you could see the whole time keeping their eye on Myers.
Yeah, they've really just been, eyeing her down for most of this third quarter so far. She's been ducking in and out of the paint. And when she gets open, these passers on the outside have been hitting her, and she has been making her shots inside.
Myers trying to convert the three-point play, and does. It's 41-9. She'll step out. Rushing will come in. Lehman also checking in. And now they back the pressure off. Have a 32-point lead here. Bononic will work. High 1-4 set, trying to get a Powell out top. Bononic drives lane. And they're going to get a hand check before the shot, I believe. That'll be the second on Elmwood. And right back in comes Glenn, replacing Herman. And they have moved people. Greg Myers has moved people in and out a lot. Shot from the corner from Bononic, no good. Arnold, the rebound. Out to Powell. And now to Grace Bononic again, near side. Has it picked, and it is Faulkner, and then fouled from behind by Bononic. And that's her third. So the third on the Cyclone team, as it'll be Turner bringing it in bounds. Bree Turner will bring it into Faulkner. And they'll work it up here. Down to Glenn, over to Lehman. Watching Glenn cut through, up top to Faulkner, swinging the pass for Turner. Look, out to Glenn, three on the way, no good. Rebound to Spain, pulling it down, and she'll be fouled instantly by Faulkner. Until with 3:58, in some ways, not exactly a bad foul because I guess they pulled back the pressure. I thought maybe you give a foul to get some pressure on.
Get a press set up or something there.
3:58 left to go here in the third quarter, 41-9 lead for the Trojans of Elmwood. We'll step aside for just a moment. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Coach Grant Bland trying to come up with a strategy to get back into this one, down by 32, as we've just passed, or just right at the midpoint of the third quarter play. And one of the things it's got to be is being a little more patient on offense. I know when you're down this far, that sounds weird, John. That sounds like, no, wait a minute, you need to score quick. No, you need to get good possessions, no matter how long they take. You need to get good possessions and get a score off of them. And instead of being happy with, just the first thing that comes your way. And that's been kind of the problem tonight for the Cyclones, is they just seem like they take the first thing that comes their way, and they've got to work a little bit more on working around it and getting something a little better.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, that's not always a bad thing to take the first shot you get, play with a little pace, but in this situation, you have to really start working the ball around, being more patient and getting this momentum back on your side. Get a bucket here and there can really, swing games sometimes.
Bononic going to hand it off to Powell. Powell with a hard charge across to the near side. Bounces to Despain as they wheel it around. Pulls up her dribble to Powell. Fake, spins. And still looking for Grace Vanonic. We'll bring it to her. They're trying to get a lot of switching going. Rushing, actually, pretty impressive. Able to take the much bigger team. Powell in the lane. Shot no good. Rebound tipped. Knoll out of there with it. And she'll take off up the court. Over to Turner. Then that one tapped out of bounds by Vanonic. Jersey Brown will check in. Lauren Powell coming off. And Turner and Glenn coming off as May will come in. Herman coming back in the inbounds to Herman. Bouncing in, nice pass to Lehman, into Rushing. Rushing, I don't think realized how open she was. The Cyclones did a nice job converging and kind of unnerved the sophomore. But again, nice look by Herman. Vanonic over the timeline, looking to come down. Hands off to Brown. Brown has her pocket picked. Herman scooping it up. Lehman hustling up the court. Nice pass by Herman. Shot no good. Rebound. Rushing puts it up and puts it in. The effort points there by Rushing as Vanonic works it out top here. Vanonic looking to hand off to Brown. Now wheels it down herself near side. Come back toward the lane and is fouled by Knoll. And that will be the fourth team foul on Elmwood. 2:34 left to go here in the third quarter. 43-9 lead now for Elmwood as Grace Vanonic makes the first. Second one is good. Vanonic makes two, 43-11. Lead of 32. Herman coming back the other way. 2.5 left to go here, third quarter. Over to Knoll, back over. Swinging it over, coming down low for Rushing. Gives a couple looks to Herman, back to Rushing. Well, she wanted to go to Herman. Herman cut through. May out top with it now, down to Herman. Into Rushing. Rushing, nice shot. Again, John, we keep... I know people are probably getting tired of us saying it, but it's that patience, that working it side to side, and they are really making some great plays off of it.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been doing it the entire game. We saw it in the JV contest, too, just the ability to work the ball around and be patient and wait for this defense to make a mistake. And, I mean, that's really just all they've done. They've passed the ball around, waited, found the openings, and when they've been able to get them, they've been able to convert them.
Line shift for Elmwood. I don't know if they're on the power play or not, but Despain looking to bring it in into Vanonic. Vanonic dribbling down, holds, turns. Comes to Brown. Brown out to Despain. Despain down to the wing. Going to go on Faulkner. Bounces in the lane. Tap back out. Recovered. Out to Grace Vanonic. She'll put up the long shot. No good. Rebound. Tap. Nice hustle by Allie Arnold. But throws it away and bringing it back in. 45-11. Lead for Elmwood. 1.5 left to go, third quarter. Up comes Herman. Fakes the pull up to Glenn. Glenn looks down in the corner to Myers. Myers back to Glenn. Out to Herman. She'll spot the three and drain it. That's probably the first shot we've seen her shoot outside of 15 feet.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and she was cash money on it, too.
Put it right in. Out to Vanonic. Cyclones work a 1-4 here. Vanonic in the lane, shot rattles in and good, 48-13. And back they'll come. Herman to Glenn. A fake, back to Glenn. Glenn wanting to go down in the corner, and Grace Vanonic able to take it away. As we work with 50 seconds left to go here, third quarter, lob it up to Despain, and Myers says thanks for the gumball, Mickey. Myers driving, lays it up, goes to lay it up, and Vanonic going to give the personal. That's one of those you say to Myers. I'm sure Coach Myers is saying, not sure if that's dad or not, but saying, hey, get your head up. You had somebody ahead of you. Free throw on the way. It is good. Myers makes the first. 43 seconds left to go, third quarter, 49-13. Second one on the way is good. Despain will bring it in. And Grace Vanonic dribbling it up. Works on Herman. They're going to work that one for Brown, giving kind of a sort of a pick to Faulkner, and that one tapped out of Brown's hands. It'll stay with West Prairie. Despain looking to bring it in bounds. Throws it into Brown. Brown looking for Vanonic. Drives to the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound. Herman down with it. And she's got a 3-on-2 with 25 seconds up. Pulls it out. And they'll go to work. Glenn in the corner. Up to Herman. Herman bouncing the lane to Myers. And that one thrown away. 10 seconds left. Vanonic wanted the quick three, said no to Brown. She'll put up the shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Faulkner. That will mean the end of the third quarter of play with our score 50-13. 37-point lead. We'll have another line shift on the way for Elmwood when we come back. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are gonna watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Stopping back in here as Coach Myers talks to his charge. I know he's going to have another line shift when we come back in. Again, not sure if they're on the power play or they've been over the blue line or not, but I'm really hockey, not one of the sports I'm really never broadcast it, and there's a good reason why, because I not one of the sports I'm real in touch with. So it will be for the fourth quarter. It is Faulkner, Lehman, May, Knoll, and Rushing. It is Powell, Vanonic, Despain, Arnold, and Lauren Bell for West Prairie. Vanonic gone pretty much all the way here, as has Despain. Faulkner to May, down in the corner to Rushing. Rushing just holds. Out to Faulkner, back to Rushing. Back to Faulkner, over to Knoll. And now Lauren Powell offering a little bit of pressure. They throw it away and turn it over to West Prairie. Inbounds to Powell. She works it up again, this high 1-4 set. Looking to lob down to Vanonic. Vanonic back to Powell. A fake, looks to drive lane, bounce to Bell. She'll shoot that one. Just a little high. As Lehman bounces into Faulkner here, they'll work. And coming up to the near side, working at Knoll, looking in the lane, down in the corner for Lehman, back to Knoll. Knoll out to Faulkner, three is up. No good. Despain had the rebound for a second, then Rushing tapped it out of bounds. As we work under 7 minutes left to go, running clock here in this fourth quarter, and Grant Bland will take a timeout. 6:55 left here. Gives us time to thank more of our very fine sponsors, including Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Says your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Yetter Farm Equipment, with facilities in Colchester and Macomb, Illinois, is an agriculture equipment manufacturer that has been in business since 1930 and is currently hiring. Start a new career with excellent benefits and starting hourly wages of $18 to $24 per hour. For more information, call 309-776-4111 or visit them online at www.yetterco.com/careers. Again, the fine sponsors of our broadcasts here this evening. 50-13 lead here, 6:50, clock rolling in this fourth quarter. As Vanonic comes up to the near side. Kind of running a rub screen with Powell. Vanonic will shoot a three, no good. Bell the rebound out to Powell. She'll shoot it and hit it. And that makes John happy. 50-35. 50-15, a 35-point lead. And now the Cyclones a little more aggressive. May in the lane goes to put it up. Just might have been a foul there on Addie Despain as she gave her the helpful boost to the basket. And new additions to the Brooke Dawson will check in for Elmwood. Zimberski will come in as well, as Noel will bring it in underneath the basket. Looking for Lehman, finds her. She'll kick out. Zimberski comes over to Noel. Noel looking for May. May holds it on the far side, waits, shakes a little bit. In the corner to Dawson. Dawson back out to Noel. In the lane, Lehman. Nice pass run. Zimberski, three. Nope, long two. The ever-dreaded long two. Makes it 52-15. As Venonic quickly up with it, looking for Despain as Lehman guards her. They're going to whistle a bump block and/or foul, the 6th on the team on Elmwood. As Despain looks to trigger it in. Out top for Lauren Powell to Venonic. As Zimberski all over her. Throws in a nice backdoor cut. Addie Despain puts it up and puts it in. One of the prettier plays, John, they've had tonight.
Yeah, Grace Venonic was able to keep her head up and saw Addie Despain cutting back door, and she was able to kind of flip it up over the rim and get it in.
Out to May. May will pop up a three. It is an air ball. Dawson scoops in the board, but throws it away to Despain. And now who throws it away to May or to Zimberski, and she says, I'll just shoot that three. No good. Despain chasing the rebound down again. And back they will come. 4.5 left to go here. Venonic wanted the pull-up three. Lobs down to Despain. She'll drive baseline, put it up and draw the foul. We'll find out who that's on. And that'll be whistled on May. She may have gotten another personal. Howerton will check in just a moment. Sorry, I know I've worn that out tonight, but when you got to sometimes. Despain free throw rattles out. Howerton will replace Lehman. And she'll ready the second one. Despain misses them both. And the rebound tipped out of bounds by Maddie Hood. And we've got a mask timeout here. 3:46 left to go in the game. 52-17 the lead here. Let's stomp aside and thank some of the fine folks supporting us here tonight.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
A very frightening thought indeed. 3:46 left to go here in the ball game. 50. I always used to say, if you only knew what went on in the commercial breaks.
That's right. Oh,
yes,
man.
The ever engaging search for incriminating evidence continues.
Hey, but thank you for them for watching the stream, Paying our bills, right?
Exactly. We do thank everybody for watching our stream here tonight. 52-17 is the score here. As read, somebody came in and asked, and hopefully I've been trying to say it as much as I can here, but 52-17 is the score here. Elmwood leading. And I'll say it. I'll just go ahead and say it. I won't throw John under the bus, but I'll just go ahead and say it. I've never understood with a running clock why you take a mask break, but that's just me. Noel with it, dribbling out top. Loops it down to Howerton. Howerton and for Dawson, who loses them, but Noel able to get it. Bounces down to May. May spinning back out to Howerton. She'll pull up. And, man, she pulls that out of her holster right about side saddle and brings it up. 3:24 left to go here in the game. They get it out for Venonic. Venonic driving down, puts up shot, no good. Rebound, Noel tipping it to herself, and then has Venonic tip it away from her and out of bounds. Cyclones will give it over to the Trojans here. as we count down under 3 minutes left to go. And again, don't forget, coming up Tuesday and Thursday, we'll have 7th grade regional action coming for you. Here, Howerton shoots one from the L. It is no good. The rebound tipped around, and Howerton scoops it up, lays it up, and lays it in. 54 to 17 now. A timeout called by the Cyclones. 2:44 left to go here in the game. As we continue, I know Kenny and the crew will be here with boys action, I believe, tomorrow night. And boys action Friday, John, is that right? I know you and I are here possibly Saturday, and that's actually a 2 o'clock start, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
Yes. Well, I haven't been asked to do the Saturday game. I know I am doing the
Surprise,
game tomorrow
though. I
night.
don't know.
But I believe that, I don't know if it's going to be you and I working the girls' game in La Harpe on Thursday. Well, surprise.
No, I am here on Thursday as far as I know.
Well, I believe, according to the text message I received from the one and only Dwayne Hewlett, that we will be bringing the girls' basketball game at La Harpe on Thursday. So.
Okay. All righty then. Some of us will be sometime somewhere. Some combination.
I'm not sure who exactly I'm working with, but he asked me to do that one, so.
Okay.
I guess we'll get it figured out, hopefully.
I know I will be here tomorrow and Thursday. And, of course, we'll have games Wednesday and Friday. We do have one here Saturday. That is at 2 o'clock. And Maddie Hood getting that in the middle, and May getting called for the foul there. Maddie Hood will step up to the free throw line here. Hood ready to put it on the way. Up and no good. Hard off the back of the rim. Lindsey Dunn into the ball game now. Ready's the second one. And it is good. Makes 1 of 2, 54-18. Under 2 minutes we go here. Substitutions coming up in a moment. Zimberski, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, May down with it. Puts it up, gets it to go. And back will come Grace Vanonic in a hurry. Dribbling down, wheeling into the lane, shoots on Dawson, gets it to go, yes, and it counts. As Grace Vanonic will step up to the free throw line, 56-20 right now. Lauren Bell will come in as Lindsey Dunn and Lauren Powell will go out. Allie Arnold back in as well. Vanonic on the way. Shot is good. 56-21. Noel will walk us down under a minute here. She'll work it out top. Addie Despain giving chase on her. Coming over to Howerton. She'll dribble out of trouble. Loop it over to Zimberski. He will travel with it. Gonna shake and bake a little bit. As Despain triggers it in. 45 seconds and rolling here. Vanonic up with it. Out to Arnold, who has it taken away by Noel. Noel leading the charge up the court, driving in the lane, puts it up and puts it in.
Nice fast break there from Noel, able to scoop up the layup.
Dawson coming out here to match up Despain. Despain dribbling baseline and bump and block and foul by Howerton with 20 seconds left. That'll put Eddie Despain at the free throw line. As she'll put the first one up. It is a 1-on-1. It makes the first. We'll spot for the second.
Could be a buzzer-beating free throw here as the clock is still running.
And free throw is good. Makes them both and makes their final score 58-22. The final score here. The Trojans knocking off the Cyclones here at Scioto. And again, thanks to all those of you that tuned into our broadcast here this evening. Again, join us tomorrow night. You never know who you have. We'll shuffle and deal the cards deal the broadcasters and cameramen, and we'll see who is where and why. And we'll do that. You'll find out.
Yeah, it's like pulling names out of a hat at this point.
Stay tuned. There we go. It's like a soap opera. I wish I had that kind of music. Stay tuned for as the stream turns. coming up here tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for turning us on. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.